The way that I have been overthinking everything in my life, trying to organize my life by organizing my thoughts, it's giving me a migraine.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see if we can figure this out because I'm tired. I'm tired of getting this notification, y'all. Just left the AutoZone. Returned those other bulbs. Also, they weren't the amber color. They actually had them, so I'm glad I brought the old bulb to show him because the notch that the mechanic told me I needed to be off center, and the ones I bought and the ones that they had in stock there was centered. So hopefully this will be the exact one that we need. And now I'm gonna go head to my dad's to take my brother to work because girl, it seems like everybody having car troubles. So he was like, oh, I don't want to bother you, but I need a ride. I was like, bro, what you need, I got you. So I'm gonna go do that today, and then I'm gonna run to Wegmans, guys. I'm having a pool date with my favorite cousin. So I told her like 12. I should be done handling what I need to by then. And I think I'm gonna go to Potbelly to get like a big sandwich and then cut it up into bite-sized pieces and put it in my little isolated bag. Because me and my cousin, we be swimming laps and we're on the same wavelength in the sense that we could be at the pool outside tanning all day until night. Like, we just love that. And I love that I have someone that loves to be outside because usually people are like, oh, it's too hot, I'm hungry, I want to leave. So I just want to be prepared. And then while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna go to Wegmans and get like some fruit. And I know in my last video, my budget, I was telling y'all how I don't want to go eat out, but girl, what you want to do? I need to bring food with me to the pool. And last summer, we were so hungry, we were desperate. We ordered a pizza, but the pizza doesn't come, you can't get food deliveries to the pool. So I had to order it to my house, leave the pool in my swimsuit, meet the man at the, meet the man with the pizza, and then drive all the way back to the pool. And then it was just doing a lot. So I'd rather just bring some stuff with me, and then I put an Essentia in the freezer so that way it'll be nice and cold when I pack my bag for the pool. I already showered, exfoliated, moisturized, slicked my hair back because I think I want to take a cute pic by the pool. And I picked out my swim cover up and it's so cute, so I can't wait to show you guys what I'm gonna wear to the pool today and get into a little pool date. I mean, it is free, right? So all I gotta do is bring my food. And since I don't do alcohol right now, like I told y'all, I'm not in the energy of being out of my mind. So like last summer I would get like little sparkling wines in a can, or I would bring like the big Modelo's in the cans, and that was cool. I love that, but I don't want to be drunk. So I think I'm gonna just pack my OxyShred in a can and have a little bit of an energy, a little carbonation, something refreshing. And I think that's gonna be the vibes this summer. Not me and my cousin being on the same wavelength. She literally said it's between Taco Bell and Potbelly for me. Why did I order Taco Bell? I went to Taco Bell on my cycle, y'all. Remember I was crying that one day in the last vlog? Yeah, I went to Taco Bell. Messed up my stomach. I did not feel better, and I'm pretty sure there was some pieces of cheese in my food and I got it wrong, but the lady was so nice and fixed it. Because I be checking my stuff, y'all. I be checking my stuff. The chalupas, let me tell you about the chalupas. The chalupas, yeah, delicious, but all that grease, but it shouldn't be that hard.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a turn signal indicator bulb in the front EVG triangular.
That's the same video.
You don't
Sir.
to replace the bulb, it's a 3157. What you want to do while you're in here, check the socket and the housing. So all you need to do, this is pretty easy to do. You don't need any special tools. I'll show you what to look out for along the way. Let's dive into this thing. So what you have to do is you have to kind of sneak your hand up the back of the header panel right here, and that's the socket, the back side of the lamp, the housing. So all you need to do, grab the bulb, twist it downward like this, pull the bulb out of the back of the lens housing, and then the bulb should pull right out of the socket. This is the part number for the replacement bulb. It's a 3157. What you want to do while you're in here, check the socket out.
It's hot out here.
Really good shape.
It feels good.
If if it's burnt or anything like that, you may want to replace the socket. So if yours is in good shape, take your bulb.
So you just push it in. It should be easy. I got this. Y'all can't see anything, but this is the socket. Oh my god, why is this the easiest fix? And I've been making it like the biggest deal. This man rewired these wires for me, so hopefully he did it right, because he cleaned this out. If I get this, I am a bad bitch. Stop playing with me. Yo, that's how easy it was? You're lying. Let me see if this works, and then I'm gonna replace the other one. Oh my god, I am a bad bitch. Oh my god. Won't he do it? So I'm gonna just swap this one out so that they have the same lifespan while I'm in here. Who needs a man when you have YouTube.com? Yeah, I'm gonna just put this one in on the other side so that they have the same lifespan. I've never changed these bulbs, so they've lasted like, hi, good morning. They've lasted me like 8 years. Oh my god, no more dashboard message. See, it's nice when you learn to do stuff yourself. Then you don't have to depend on anybody. Y'all, seriously, my camera is really getting on my nerves. I'm in the ghetto. See, I don't know how to pop it out because I didn't have to pop it out. That would be the only thing, is I don't know how to do that part. Ooh, okay. I'm telling you, that man at the mechanic yesterday was a freaking angel. He was so patient with me. Uh-oh. This one's a little tricky. Oh, but we got her in. Let's see if this side works before I go inside. Oh my god, we are just a girl. Are we dropping your keys off still?
No, I already went up there.
Oh, okay, so just the postal.
So they weren't picking up the phone, so I was went
yeah.
up there.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's only 9:30. I need to charge my phone though. But I guess I'll catch up with y'all when I get back to the house. I really want mango, like I'm craving that, so I'm gonna pick that up. And girl, I've been craving sushi, but I don't think sushi and the pool mix. It's giving sandwiches and pizza, you know, like that type of stuff. Good morning, rise and shine, guys. I think we're gonna start a new video today. I feel like this is the perfect time. It's not even mid-June, but girl, it's about that time to be getting into a mid-year reset. 6 months into it. I'm at the gym right now and I need to get my mind right, because the way that I have been overthinking everything in my life, trying to organize my life by organizing my thoughts, it's giving me a migraine. Guys, like, I have got so much to talk to you guys about. I have so many things I need to get done in these next 6 months, actually before the next 6 months ideally, the sooner the better, because I am so tired of thinking about my storage. Like, that's probably one of those things that needs to be dealt with sooner than later. I really thought I was gonna get it done in July, but now it's looking more like August, which means I need to look into all of my options with what I'm gonna do, because girl, I have stuff in storage from my last apartment in Los Angeles. Granted, when I was moving out of that apartment, it was a studio. I had sold, or not even sold, I just got rid of a lot of stuff, gave it away to people in my building, and decluttered the crap out of that apartment, and I really kept things that I thought I was gonna need, and then whatever I really needed, my dad and I packed it up in my Jeep, and then we just drove it cross country back to DC. So realistically, in my mind, I'm like, well, you know, it's been 3 years. I took everything that I thought I needed for my storage. Everything in storage can go straight to the dump. No, but like, I really don't know what to do option wise, and I have some ideas on what I should do about my stuff. Now, I feel kind of like, I don't know if anxious is the word, but having part of your life across the country, it makes me feel stressed, because I'm like, wait a minute, I left my photo albums there, I have my baby blankets in storage, like I have personal things, nothing like super personal that I really care about, like my Uggs, my pink Ugg boots, I have some really cute faux fur jackets, and I'm like, I kind of want that stuff. I have all of my kitchen stuff in there, I have like 300 velvet hangers, so if I know in my mind, girl, you're about to move, why would you get rid of stuff that you're gonna need? So anyway, I got quoted from one of my mom's friends that's a mover that actually does moves cross country from LA to like the DC area, and he gave us a quote for $2,000. That sounds about right, because that's what I paid to move out from my first move, initially from the DC area all the way to LA 8 years ago. So I was like, do I really need to pay movers to do that? Would it be very convenient? Absolutely, like a one and done, just show up in LA, tell them, pack it all up, I'll meet you on the East Coast. Cool, but that's $2,000. And I also don't need everything. So I was like, okay, that's option one. Option two, I could fly to LA, declutter the crap out of that storage unit, like the list that I know of things that I need or would like to hold on to, put that stuff aside and ship it through like UPS or FedEx, which I feel like could be expensive. I'm thinking like 6 boxes worth. I feel like that's doable, right? I don't really need my clothes, and I remember packing up my apartment, majority of my boxes were clothes that I know don't fit me, because that was 3 years ago before my fitness journey, and I have gained like 30 pounds. Like, that stuff does not fit me. I was super skinny, no thighs, nothing. So the clothes we could easily donate to Goodwill. I don't like Goodwill, it's just whatever, but I just need to get rid of it. Okay, so I could do that and then sell. I have a list of things that I would like to sell. Like, this is why my mind is like overthinking. I'm like, okay, what is in my storage and what can I do with it? I have a really good bedroom set, like a dresser that's mirrored, the Pier 1 Hayworth that everybody loved back in the day. I have a dresser and a nightstand, which I feel like I could sell on Facebook Marketplace, which I used before, and I really like the experience of it. And being in LA, guys, I was like, okay, LA is a big city. You know, people are always moving in and out of LA. People are always looking for stuff. I just feel like it's a great city to sell stuff in versus like, I don't know, where I live. Like, I feel like I could really sell it in the time span that needs to be sold, which is when I'm gonna be out there for like a week, right? List it maybe a week before I get out to LA, and then meet up with these people to come get the stuff. I just feel like that'd be so ideal. I don't know, you guys can let me know what you guys think. So yeah, I have a bedroom set, I have a love seat that is super cute that I think I could sell. I have a walking pad that I bought in quarantine that I don't have space for in my new apartment. I have a cute faux banana tree that I need to get rid of. Wish I could ship that through UPS, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to rebuy some of those things. I want to ship my vacuum. I don't want to buy a new freaking vacuum. What else? I made like a list of stuff that I could potentially sell that people might be interested in, like buying quickly. Anyone else have a bajillion notes in their notes app? Oh, here we go, storage cell. Oh, I have like 2 patio chairs, that I could sell as a set. I have a huge IKEA Hovet mirror, which I feel like would be easy to sell. I also have a really cute gold circle mirror, which I would love to ship, but stuff like that that's so delicate, like I'm just gonna have to rebuy it. So like 2 mirrors, a love seat, outdoor patio seats. I have these beautiful big mercury glass lamps that go like really nicely with the bedroom set. So I figured I could just sell those. Yeah, if I could just sell those things, which isn't a lot, that would take away a lot of the stress of the decluttering of what I need to go through, ideally, which is the boxes. And then I made a list of stuff to keep that I need to mentally find so that I could bring it back to the DC area. Girl, my Shark vacuum, I think I could take it apart and put it in a box. My baby blankets that my mom crocheted, all my velvet hangers because I don't want to rebuy them. I have my photo album, Ugg boots, some of my Christmas decor that I want to keep that is sentimental. Like Leroy has an ornament, like I want to bring those things home, even though I want to do everything completely different for my Christmas decor. Like I don't need my Christmas tree because it's pink. Okay, I want like, anyway, you guys will see. Bathroom trash can. I have a face steamer. I do have a makeup light up mirror, which I may or may not decide to ship because again, it's very like delicate. I have like my kitchen gadgets, like can openers, my lemon juicer that actually has my name embroidered in it. I know, it's like a Patron branded one that I got at an event. Like little things like that that I don't want to spend money on again, that are still in good condition in storage. Some stuff I'm like finicky about, like I want my salad bowls. I have like my Hue light bridge, although I heard you don't need the bridge, you can just buy the light bulbs, but I'm pretty sure you get more features with the bridge, and that's like $150. I'm not trying to rebuy that. But like things in the kitchen that I know I don't want, like my Nespresso, my blender, I feel like it might have mold in it, you know, like it's just been sitting for a while. Like I'll just rebuy those things. But salad bowls, wooden spoons, cutting boards, like let me bring that stuff home so I don't have to rebuy those things. Some stuff in the kitchen I do want to rebuy, but I could always just like bring that stuff home, get it into the new apartment, and then we could do an apartment like room makeover and rebuy things that we want for, ew, a bug, the space. I'm just trying to be on a budget here and do things in a way that makes the most sense. Obviously, me like redecorating a space is very exciting, which I'll get into later on in this video. I've done some cool vision boards and like mood boards of what my space room for room is gonna look like in my mind, and how I can kind of translate that into reality, meaning how much it's gonna cost, what colors I want them to be, what store they're coming from, how much it's gonna be for shipping and delivery fees, taxes, so I can make a budget that corresponds with the furnishing process. So if I'm able to go to LA, deal with the storage, figure out what I need to keep and how much that's gonna cost, I can work that into my budget and realistically decide, okay, how much do I need to save during these next 6 months, you know, to move out comfortably and still have an emergency fund set aside and still have money that I can live off of, not just for the furnishing, but you have to think about like your other expenses like groceries and the gym membership and insurance and your rent bill that's going to be attached. So it's just a lot, girl, to be thinking about right now, and I just feel like I am due for a little bit of a reset, refresh to kind of hone in on these goals, wrap up the debt-free thing, and hopefully get that done before it's time to go to LA. And really it's just reducing my monthly expenses, so once I'm able to deal with the storage, that's $300 I'm going to be saving every month, and that was a goal in January, to get these expenses knocked down. And we've been tackling it through the snowball effect. And when I move out, I'm not gonna have a car note, I'm not gonna have a credit card bill, I'm not gonna have a storage fee. I'm really just gonna be worrying about my rent as my biggest expense. And that's amazing. So we just need to keep pushing through and following through with what we said we were gonna do and make a plan. Which, girl, my dad is gonna help me go to LA, which is gonna be nice to help me go through like the storage. I don't think I could do it by myself mentally. like dealing with trying to sell stuff, like photograph things and meeting up with people, and like we'll have a car rental, which will be nice. I'll be out there for a long period of time instead of just like a little bit of a weekend, that I could actually have time to like sort through everything and then take it to the shipping stores if I decide to do that. I just don't know mentally if I can do another road trip. Like, that is so exhausting. It was fun, but I always said, oh, one and done. Like, I don't need to do this again. I have so much anxiety on the roads just with the things that I've seen, like tractor trailers on fire and the smells and weird flags and just small towns that you just don't know. Like, I don't know, it's just a lot. It's really a lot. So I would like to avoid doing that, and I would like to maybe save as much as I can during this process, and hopefully maybe even make some money. Like I said, if I sell stuff, which I'm planning on doing on Facebook, make some money back and put that towards my moving expenses to maybe buy some new stuff, or even just cover shipping the things that I need, so I'm not like exhausting my finances. But yeah, that's something I've definitely been stressing about and just over analyzing and overthinking on what's the best thing to do. And I've been watching other girls on YouTube, which has been really helpful, like their moving vlogs. Like this one girl is watching moved from Toronto, I think, to DC, which isn't that far of a drive, and she was talking about going through her storage and the method that she took, but she like packed up her car and drove like I did the first time, and I'm like, I don't know about it. So I think shipping my stuff might be the route. My brother was telling me about these pods, but I don't know about leaving a pod in LA on the streets. That seems like they're gonna give me a parking ticket. I don't know. Definitely could drop my clothes off at a shelter. I would prefer that to Goodwill. And then, yeah, donate. I was looking into 1-800-GOT-JUNK, because they were like, oh, got junk point, and we'll basically put it in this truck, and it'll be a fee based on how much space you take up in their truck. And on average it was like $500. I was like, 500 sounds a lot better than 2,000. So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, okay, that could be a last resort if I'm not able to sell stuff, but let's be positive, right? And see, we finna see. I just have to be positive about it and believe that everything is gonna happen in divine timing. It's gonna fall into place. It's gonna work itself out. I just have to continue to keep up. I just have to keep continuing to show up for myself along this journey, and it's gonna work itself out. Like, I have to be positive, because the whole overthinking thing, baby, it's not gonna take me too far, but it's giving me an actual migraine. Like, I spent my entire day yesterday making my mood board, going through a moving budget, finding dupes of things, and I found some really good alternative pieces that I want to go look in person to see if I actually like it. My mom, I was showing her, she was like, ooh, your place is gonna look so cute. Why she say she gonna get me a bed? I found a bed that was like $500 cheaper than the one that I found, and I was like, oh, this is so exciting. I hope it doesn't sell out. And of course, it's like Father's Day coming up soon, so a lot of places, well, not a lot, but like some of the things on my list, like my Nespresso that I want to get, that's expensive. It was on sale, and I'm like, should I just buy it now? And I'm like, Keila, no. We're not gonna act on impulse. There'll be other sales. So I literally Googled sales in the US that are like popular for shopping, and I realized like Labor Day is coming up. Then there's obviously Black Friday, Cyber Monday, those types of sales. Labor Day, Columbus Day was another one that might do sales. So I'm like, we have some other time frames that might have some other shopping days. 4th of July, but realistically I'm probably not going to be able to partake in that. So catch me in the fall season. But I'm just trying to get myself excited, but not, I don't know, overwhelmed at the same time. After June, I'm really thinking that, no, July. After July, I'm thinking will be in a lot better of a headspace, which I was telling you guys about, like as far as the debt payoff journey, because that is still something that I want to work on before I really dive into the whole savings. Because like I told you on another video, I feel like I should be paying off debt and then worrying about savings so that I'm not wasting money on interest anymore. And then I can actually get into the fun stuff. Like, yes, I'm working on my moving budget. That's fun, but it's also kind of stressful when you don't really know how to translate your thoughts into a vision, and like putting pieces of furniture together and where you're gonna get it, where it fits in your budget, where you don't want to overspend. Like, just because I have the money to buy something expensive doesn't mean that it's a smart financial decision, because what did we learn this entire year? Watch your spending habits, right? Like, nobody's gonna know if I get a glass from Amazon versus the same looking glass from West Elm and there's a $50 price difference. Nobody's gonna know. So let's go for the Amazon option, which I found so many cute things, and actually put a lot of like my home item wish list on my Amazon under home finds. I've just been adding that into a list. If you guys want to check it out, you could see my vibe and what I'm going for and like some options that I'm interested in. So yeah, that's the fun part, but it's also kind of stressful. I think the fun part would be looking at apartments and also figuring out what my budget is and what I can get for my budget, and touring things that might be below my budget, maybe touring things that are above my budget, just to kind of see what's in this area, because I've only apartment hunted in LA. Mind you, if you're new here, hey, I've lived in 5 different apartments in Los Angeles, all over the city, from the ghetto to the hood. Baby, I had an apartment with roaches. Yeah, quickly moved out of that. I was fighting with those people for my life. I was not happy. I was not having it. Literally worst experience of my life. So I don't want to relive that. But like, girl, it's been a lot. So I want to see what the DC area has to offer, and I know for sure I can get more space for my money than what I was paying in LA. My favorite apartment was my studio apartment. That was about $2,400 a month, including parking, and that was a studio. Oh, so cute. Literally best amenities, had everything I needed, and I felt very comfortable in that space because I wasn't surrounded by clutter. And that's also why I need to declutter my storage, because I don't want to bring unnecessary stuff that's gonna clutter up my apartment. Like, I want this for a fresh start, and that's what I envision for the next 6 months, is having a fresh start and creating a space where I feel safe and comfortable and have clarity and feel creative in and feel homey and feel like it's grown, like a grown, sexy 30-year-old's apartment, right? Like, I really want that vibe for me, and I want to see what apartments are in the DC area and how much space I can get. I did tour one apartment, which you guys saw like 12 months ago, and those prices definitely don't match the prices now. Also, I feel like the best time to rent is in like September, October, November, December, because the school year makes the prices fluctuate, as so I've heard. So I'm interested to see how those will change, and I want to keep my eye on that and give myself enough time to maybe find a building that I like and then just watch different layouts and see what works for me, instead of trying to rush into finding a place that I don't need to rush into, because I'm living rent free right now. So let's stack our money as much as we can before we just find a place, right? Like, we have time, and I want to give myself that time to really look at enough places and feel good about the decision that I'm making, because that's also stressful, getting yourself locked into a lease. Like, again, I told y'all I moved into an apartment that had roaches, and I was stuck there. They tried to blame the roaches on me, like, oh, we don't see roaches, let me just spray your unit every like month and you can just live there. No, I'm not doing that. So I had to fight those people for 6 months and have them transfer me to the same like management in a different building in another part of LA, because no. And I sure as heck made sure that I was not paying a dime to make that transfer. So it's stuff like that that you just never know. You gotta read the apartment reviews. We're gonna get into apartment tours, and I feel like I'm gonna get into that in July. I want to start looking at places July. Yeah. So if you guys will be interested in looking at apartments with me, I don't want to be like, because I know I'm gonna want to look at a ton of places. Like, I don't want to bombard you guys with a lot of apartment tours. Do you want just like a quick overview vlog, or would you like to see like actual walkthroughs in the DC area? I don't know. I just don't want you guys to get bored of that content, because I'm low-key getting bored of the debt-free, money-saving content, and I just want to wrap it up. Wrap it up and move on to something else. But again, that's my life right now, and that's where I'm at. I've definitely lost some subscribers, like 60 subscribers in the last 28 days, because I feel like y'all are definitely getting bored of the debt-free content, and or maybe people are just falling off because I've completely rebranded my channel, because I'm trying to rebrand my life. And I get that my content is not for everybody. People are gonna lose interest. They're not gonna wanna go where you're going because they're not heading in the same direction. That's fine. Don't watch content that triggers you. Maybe some people feel triggered by the debt, I don't know. But I'm trying to not look at my analytics so much and get discouraged with what I'm posting, because as a reset, like, I'm trying to reevaluate what I'm posting, because I'm like, nobody likes these videos. Clearly, what am I doing that is making people want to leave? I don't know. I don't know. And that's fine. It is what it is. I want to attract people that are here for me, here for what I'm out here doing, here for my journey and my growth. I want to be here to motivate and inspire and be that friend that people need to feel like they can relate to what I have going on, and attract like-minded individuals. And if those people just aren't feeling it, that's cool. I hope that I can just welcome in new people that are on the same journey as myself of getting our lives together and figuring things out. So yeah, that's definitely something that's been on my mind, and I'm trying to not let it get to me. But you know, I'm only human, and I got my own stuff to worry about in my personal life, and I'm trying not to stress about that. I'm trying to just remain positive about it, but there's just so much going on all at once, and I don't have the answers. I really don't have the answers. I do not. But that's where I'm starting my day out with you guys, just a mental dump of what's going on with me. And like I said, I'm gonna head into the gym, get a little bit of a workout in, and I'm gonna probably revisit you guys and refresh our vision boards together, inspire us to all kind of revisit our vision boards if you haven't looked at it since January when you made it. Like, I know how that's been, if you just be like, oh wait, what were my goals, you know? Trying to kind of reflect and refresh is always necessary. So I'm gonna catch you. I feel like I'm always rushing or doing something, but I had to come home quickly, eat, took a whole shower, washed my face, redid my hair, put on an outfit, because part of my reset this year, like for the remainder of these next 6 months, is actually putting an effort to look cute. I was definitely gonna wear some sweats, but I'm just going to the movies and I was like, let me actually like look cute. So I'm wearing this tee from Skims, and then these Abercrombie jeans, which I stretched because they were giving high waters, and they actually fit me now. So I'm gonna wear this to the movies, maybe bring a little zip up jacket, and maybe put some sour strips in my bag. I don't know, girl, but I'm wearing these New Balances as well. So just something very casual, super cute. But I gotta go take my dogs out, and then I'm gonna go watch Babes. And it's like a little comedy, and I think it'll be like a stupid comedy. And I'm excited just for some entertainment, some laughter, you know what I'm saying? Enjoyment this afternoon. But I feel really great after my workout. Is it gonna rain? It looks like it. Guys, that movie was so cute. I love movies like that, like best friend comedies. I'm gonna go to this furniture store because it's actually across the street. because I was talking to you guys earlier about my vision board and how I was making a mood board, and it looks good on my mood board, but I want to see it in real life. It's a solid wood bedroom set, like I was gonna say bathroom, dresser and nightstand. I don't know if they have it in store. My mom thought it was super cute and looked good the way that I had styled it with the other bedroom stuff. So hopefully it looks good in person. Excuse me, because it's a less expensive doo-woo that I found compared to something that I really liked from West Elm. What is going on with this? Y'all had to bring a sweatshirt because it was cold in the theater. This is the Gymshark Everywhere zip up. Love it. Size up if you can get it. They have some stuff still in stock. I'm like, my eyes are dry just because I have allergies and stuff. But I'm gonna go over here. I don't know if I want to show you guys because I kind of want it to be a surprise. And I don't know, but we can look at some other stuff that they have over there and see what they got going on. Yeah, I'm going to this Ashley over here, and I did buy my last couch, not my white couch, but when I had that like 3-seater gray couch with like the chase, that was like pretty good quality. So hopefully they have some nice stuff. I already found my couch, so I'm just looking for a bedroom set. That's like one thing I'm unsure about. And then my coffee table. Sir, you are going too fast and you almost hit my car. So yeah, looking for solid wood, like still affordable, looking for solid wood furniture, but also within budget. And this one's in my budget. So I found lamps though too that would look good with this set. I don't think about lamps when I think about home decor. That's the least thing I'm thinking of. Oh my god. Ooh. Hi, I'm actually looking for just like a bedroom set, but I'm just walking around. But yeah, thank you. I'm not gonna waste thousands of dollars on stuff that does this. For $600, you're lying. I can't. Okay guys, I'm back. Hopefully my camera does not cut off again. I don't know. I saw what I liked online and I'm kind of confused because, you know, my dad is into woodworking, so he always teaches me about materials and what's good quality versus like compressed wood and manufactured wood, and that's a lot of what's up in there. Just looking at how wonky I guess the dresser drawers are, and like this one tabletop was like a console table. It was chipped and I'm like, that's that fake compressed wood for $600. It's just not giving that. Like I might as well just go to IKEA. The dining table I like is from Value City. So, and when I was looking at it, basically you wouldn't be able to get it for like 2 months, so I don't know. But it's just one of those things. I'm like, I don't know, it's definitely, I don't want to say cheap because the price isn't giving cheap, but if it's a dupe of something that's $2,500 for this set at West Elm, but that one is definitely like $18 with tax and delivery fee, then it's like one of those things that you'll have to compromise on, and honestly that's much more in my budget for the look of it. So I don't know, I think I should go to West Elm, not today but eventually, and just kind of compare the way that it feels compared to that one and see what I think about it. If not, it's like, girl, you might as well just get something from IKEA. Also, I don't know if I even need a dresser if there's space for like an apartment, and I won't really know that until I get into a space and measure it and all of that. But I did like the look, so that was fun. I need to get into, you know, locking down what I want for my apartment, and that's a part of my reset now that I'm like really tackling the debt. And then that's basically the next step. Like once I go to LA and deal with my storage, which, would you guys be interested in that? You can let me know. That's so like overwhelming. I don't even know how that would just be chaotic. Trying to like figure that out. But it would be interesting to share if you guys would be interested in that. I don't know. I think once I get to LA, like that'll really make the whole thing speed up, like the process of me like looking for an apartment and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to do things now, because again, this year has already gone by. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but 6 months have already flown by. June itself is already going by so quick that we're gonna blink and it's gonna be Christmas and New Year's, and it's just like, what the heck. So this is just a good reminder for us to just tap in and kind of refocus our energy on what we set out for and follow through with those goals. And if you've been on it like me, like I already know what my goals have been from day one. I never really forgot what they were, but I just want to be on schedule with the progress that I'm trying to make, and this definitely is a part of that within the next 6 months. And I kind of want to be proactive about it. Like I really want to know for sure what it is that I like, know that I'm getting the best bang for my buck, shopping on sales, and finding, you know, the do-oops, you know what I'm saying? Like that's very much so what I'm trying to figure out and lock in for my mood boards. Today has been the longest day. I just feel like it's been a great day, but I started my day out really early. But I wanted to refresh myself on my vision board. Sorry, my room is kind of a mess right now. And I wanted to film this before it got dark outside. I think it's gonna storm So it should be a cozy evening editing. But I have always loved Pinterest for my vision board, specifically I think for 2023 and 2024. Previously, if you guys have been here for like my older videos, you know that I used to do my vision boards on like a cork board. I would print out pictures that I would get on Pinterest or like Google or something, or maybe in magazines if I had them laying around, and I would just like use thumbtacks. And it was funny because a few vlogs ago I told you guys I was doing like a stress cleaning declutter in my closet, and I found my old vision board that I had brought back home with me from LA, and that was obviously before quarantine and all that kind of stuff. And just looking at it, it was just nothing compared to the things that I have on my current vision board. And obviously that was like 3-4 years ago, and I wasn't even in my 30s then. So it was just interesting for me to see the growth of the things that I am working towards and the things that I am desiring now versus then. And this is obviously so personal, so I'm just going to share what I'm comfortable with sharing, although I've been very open this year about my goals. You guys definitely have been here if you've been watching the vlogs, and I feel like my vision board has reflected my own personal timeline with the goals that I have, and I'm doing it in this order. And I've kind of been organizing my thoughts, like I was saying earlier, to organize my life, because it kind of has to go in this order for me. So the debt payoff, the savings, the apartment touring, you know, along with like the moving budget and shopping for furniture, all that fun stuff, and then moving out of my mom's, and then managing my money after being debt free and whatever comes along with that, adulting again in my 30s, living alone again in my 30s in a new city. I think all of that is what I am working towards this year. And just as a reflection, because you guys know I do my monthly resets, I feel like this is not new news, but I do think it's interesting because I have been keeping up with my goals through my monthly resets. Then not everybody does that. Not everybody does a monthly reset, right? Sometimes you will just make your goals in January, and then they're kind of just stored in the back of your head and you don't really ever go back to reflect. But I definitely encourage you guys to do that, because doing my monthly resets for my vlogs has been the most beneficial thing. I never really used to do monthly resets, but it's really opened up my eyes to my goals, the little goals that really do add up to the big picture. But it's also allowed me to reflect on the progress that I've made, which has in turn given me that motivation and that push to continue towards those goals, instead of just keeping them in the back of my head and kind of forgetting about them and falling off. So I'm not saying like make monthly reset vlogs, but you can just sit down with yourself at the end of the month or the first of the new month and do just what I do in my vlogs. And I definitely encourage that. Just reflect on the month as a whole, reflect on new goals that you want to set for the next 30 days, and make little challenges for yourself and be proud of the progress that you're making. Whether you have a weight loss goal and you have been eating really good at home, like that's still a really good accomplishment, and it's getting you closer to the big picture. So that's been one thing that has really kept me aligned, which I didn't do before, and I definitely want to continue that on with the next 6 months, and of course share those things with you month to month. And then also, if you don't have a vision board, and honestly I feel like a digital vision board is a lot better because you don't have to worry about it taking up space or cluttering up your space, but you can set them as your wallpapers, as that reminder that you just kind of glance at throughout the day. For me, I have a vision board that I made on Canva. I think there's a free version to it too, where you can kind of just do a collage in the right dimensions for your MacBook, your iPad, or your iPhone, and set that as your lock screen or like your home page. And that's what I have on my laptop. So every time I open up my laptop, I'm seeing like 3 big things that really stand out towards those goals that I'm trying to work towards. And it just kind of keeps that as a refresher in the back of your head, but it's also being brought to the front of your day-to-day tasks, because you're kind of seeing it whether or not you kind of pay attention to it or not. So I love that. I highly recommend you guys do that if you have been not really focus on those goals, or you haven't really thought about them in a couple of months and you want to kind of get back into it, like, girl, it's never too late to refocus our energy. And we still have 6 months left of this year, and honestly a lot can happen in 6 months, but also a lot of nothing can happen in 6 months. And when I think about the progress that I've made for myself in just these 6 months, it makes me feel so sad for all the times that I said in the past, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but I never do it. I wished for those things. I wished to have better money management skills, but I never actually took the time to learn how to do it or do better for myself or actually try or correct bad habits. So it's really nice for me to be able to just be like, wow, like, girl, you are actually doing it. Like, you said you were gonna do it, like, okay, cool, but you're actually doing it. And that makes me feel so proud, because I've wanted to be where I'm at for so long, and girl, we're working at it. It's hard, but we're working towards it. So I'm just looking at my 2024 vision board, and at the very forefront when I did this in January, still very much so in that energy of becoming her. And I put a lot of quotes in this because I wanted to use it as motivation to keep going through the hard parts of paying bills and paying debt, which is, again, not the fun stuff, but it is the hard lessons that I need to learn, because I'll never be better if I don't learn these things. But for some of my quotes that I have, it says, nothing can stop me from living my dream life. I am becoming her. I'm trusting the process. Reminder to self. Trust in the timing of your life, which is very true. I think I said something about that earlier today. It says, so many doors are open for you in 2024. Like, I really do claim these things, and I think adding quotes to your vision board that align with you and your goals is very helpful, and adding photos of things that you want where you can envision yourself doing that or having that or being at that place is very helpful. Like I was talking about in my Lucky Girl Syndrome blog, where I just go into detail about how you can manifest your dreams and desires with a positive mindset. So definitely go watch that video if you guys are into that kind of stuff. I think it will definitely correspond with your vision board. If you want to make one now, totally recommend doing that and then applying the law of attraction to it. Of course, you still have to put the work behind these things that we want, but having it as something to just look at, to focus on, girl, it's so beneficial. I also have something on here about you having excellent credit. Like, girl, my credit score. I feel like that's a whole nother video. Like, my goal this year was to have excellent credit, and you guys know I did a video talking about my credit score when I was super in debt, and I didn't know paying off my debt was gonna make my credit score worse. It's bounced back, but girl, like, these are things I'm learning along the way, and it's just like, what the heck? It had me nervous for a minute, but I'll get into that when I'm fully debt free, about my whole credit score journey and how it's fluctuated. But thank God it went up 18 points, because I was screwed for a minute. But yeah, working on my credit score so that when I'm looking for apartments, you know, it won't be an issue for me. And not that it is an issue, but I just really want to work towards that. And that's like something I was not thinking about when I made my last corkboard vision board. So it's things like that that make me feel like, wow, like, you are really growing into a woman and you're getting your priorities straight, and we're focusing on things that really matter to us right now. And then I also have another little note that just says focus on today, which I think is very big, because sometimes we get overwhelmed with time and space, and time is just, I guess, whatever you make of it, but it's just such an illusion, right? Like, some days will go by fast, some days will go by slow, some days I'm just hoping that it'll just be over so I can just start over. And it's just like, why are we looking at time like this? It's really just this crazy thing that I really don't even know what time is. But I don't know, it's just interesting when you think about things in a big picture. But focusing on today and what we have control of is important. And I know for me and my mental health, I'm worrying so much about the future that I have to kind of catch myself and be like, girl, stop. Like, focus on today. Like, yes, we need to get our storage situated and figure out a solution for that, but we don't need to stress ourselves out to the point when we're not even enjoying today. Like, and then also stressing about the past, which I also talked about in another video. Like, we have to really be present in the moment and be grateful for the progress and be grateful for the journey and where it's taking us, and just trust that everything is going to work itself out. So a lot of these first 6 months, again, has been really focused on the motivation aspect of life for me. And of course, getting out of the debt and working towards building an emergency fund and a moving fund as well, short-term savings. So still very much in that. I would say I'm in like the end portion of that, kind of hopefully tying up those ends soon. And then the next 6 months I have on my vision board like being on my budget. Like when I do my monthly resets, I definitely want to continue with being on a spending plan and a budget when I do have rent added into my expenses. I think that's really going to be something that I need to focus on, because that was something I was never focused on when I was in my, you know, early 20s and I was living on my own in LA. And I think sometimes I have this fear attached to these goals. Like, what if we fall back into where we were before? Like, obviously we all have fears attached to these goals that we have, and that's just the negative mindset. But I don't want to focus on that, but I also need to be realistic and make sure that I am really taking these tips and these healthy habits with me throughout the rest of this year, so that I don't end up in the same situation that I was in before. But I have to remind myself, like, you're not going to be in that situation, because we are definitely more financially aware. We are more mindful with our spending. We have really reduced our expenses. Like in LA, I really spread myself really thin. On top of not really caring, I was just getting paid and spending money, and I just never really cared to do the work that I'm doing now. So now that I have that knowledge, and I don't have a car note, I won't have credit card bills, I won't have a storage fee like I was saying. So really reducing my expenses and then living within a budget, like, is really going to set me up for success. And that's what I'm focusing on in these next 6 months to get there. And then also the last part of my vision board obviously is like the moving stuff, the fun stuff, like what my dream apartment looks like, with like my wish list, which I'll probably get into when I start apartment hunting with you guys. And I'll share all of these things as my vision board kind of manifest. Again, in the right timing. I don't want to rush the process, right? Like, I'm really enjoying where I'm at right now and being grateful for the journey. And then I just have a ton of stuff on there from like stores and stuff, like just so I can visualize these items in my home and what it would look like. I think like as a mood board, kind of incorporating that into my 2024 as well, because those are things that I'm planning on saving my money for, and what my dream apartment is going to look like, right? And then at the very end, which I'm hoping is going to be around November, December, getting into the Vlogmas content, you know, focusing more on work and being more consistent and doing the daily vlogs and working on my self-care and eating right and being consistent in the gym. Like, those are all things that I have towards the end. Some books that I want to read. I have a picture of like a group of girls because I want to make some girlfriends in my 30s. Like, when I'm living alone, like, I envision my life different than where I'm at right now in my mom's house. One, I want to live closer to the city where there's actual things to do. Two, I want to be living alone where I can do things and have people over and host game night, whether it be with my family. Like, those are things I really am excited about. Spending more time with my cousin and, you know, doing all those things, and making friends at the gym, which I have been doing this year, which is so nice, because I remember when I first moved back to Virginia and I didn't know anybody, guys. Like, I wouldn't say I have friends, but I know acquaintances, and that is still a step. And in your 30s, like, it is still so hard to meet people unless you have grown up with these people, or you work in a job where you are around people day to day, and or you do things and you have hobbies and you just meet people out. I feel like that's how I've been able to make friends, acquaintances, mutuals, whatever. And it's because I have a big passion in fitness and we have things in common, so it's just easier to connect on those types of things. And I feel like that's also another video to do, like making friends in your 30s and like all that type of stuff too, because I have, you know, my friends in LA, but like those are my friends in LA. Like I'm not gonna keep flying back and forth to LA, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard when you have to kind of start over in a sense in your 30s and you're just like don't really leave your house because you're a homebody and stuff like that. So I have that on there. I have Christmas decor inspo on my vision board, and girl, why I have a Dyson Airwrap on here because I'm trying to snatch one up for Black Friday. Like the self-care aspect and the healing journey and the workflow, like all that stuff is towards the end, because once I get through like the financial stuff, then I can fully enjoy my space and the discipline era and really enjoy all the hard work and hopefully reap the benefits of this space that I'm in right now, right? And then it just says at the end, I'm the luckiest girl alive, because in my reality, I truly feel like every day is such a blessing and there's so many amazing lucky things that just, I don't know, just happen for the sake of them, whether they be the smallest things or the biggest things. I think it's all about perspective at the end of the day. And that's what matters to me. So, and I also have on here Pilates studio because I really want to try Pilates. Like when I'm living alone, I want to try studio classes and new things in my city and try different restaurants and explore DC a lot more and even do solo dates. Like I want to do a lot of that, but I can't do that stuff right now because I'm trying to save my money, so it doesn't really align with my goals. And I think when we make our vision board, we need to do things in our real life that reflect our vision board and align ourselves with those things so that we can have them. That's really the only way that we can, is just be disciplined even when it's really hard. Like I really want to do so much right now and I get so excited, and like I think I was telling you guys earlier, I want to buy my Nespresso because it's on sale right now, but I can't do that because I'm still paying debt. Like that just would not make sense, right? I can just hope and pray that we're gonna get a really good sale on that item in a couple of months when I want to get it, when the time is right, and I can just trust and lean in on that process. So definitely get on Pinterest, girl, make a new board and kind of align yourself with the things that you're looking for. Or you can use PicMonkey. I've also done this before too, if you really want to be lazy and be bootleg with it. You know, like on Instagram stories, how you can just add photos. You can kind of make a mini collage that way and just save it. And then it's already fitting in the dimensions basically of your iPhone. So you don't even need to use an app. You can just go on Instagram and just play around with a bunch of images that you save to your phone. Put yourself on your vision board too. I think that's really key because you can actually visualize yourself straight in the middle of everything, and then also put a date on it. Obviously mine is so vague, it's just 2024 goals, because I want to be able to do these things this year and give myself enough time realistically to accomplish those things. So I wanted to touch on that. And then I think in a couple of months I'm going to get into my moving budget with you guys because I'm still finalizing everything. I just wanted to get a head start on it. And I'm always changing my mind. Like today I feel like, dang, now I kind of got to start over because I don't know about the quality of that dresser set that I saw. But my mom was just telling me downstairs, like, girl, that's how they make them now. And it's just sucking how the quality is just not as good in furniture. Like they don't really make those things to last. And you guys were commenting when I was looking at TVs, like, yeah, I worked at LG and they literally tell us that we make these TVs not to last more than 3 years. And it's just like, bro, it's literally a scam out here. So I don't know, it might be worth it to invest in something of better quality. But I really just outline my life in my notes app, and I use Pinterest as a visual board that I can just easily go in and customize and move things around or delete things if I change my mind. And also, girl, it is okay to change our mind. Sometimes we want these things and we think in a couple of months, well, I don't really want that anymore. Like, it's okay not to want those things and to change your mind on things that we were so fixated on at one point in time, because that's just life, that's growth. We are allowed to change our mind on things. We're allowed to delay the process if we want to. Like, we don't need to really be up to anyone else's standards but our own. And I feel like sometimes with social media, again, everything I feel goes back to this, because that's what people see of us and we showcase what we want them to see. The good stuff, not necessarily the bad stuff, but I feel in a way we want to rush the process for the sake of being able to post about it. or to say that we did something, or even to fake it just to post about it. And I don't want to put that out there that that's what we should do. If you feel like you have to take a couple steps back to step forward 10 more steps, and that's best for you, then do that. Even if you said to your mom or to your friend, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then in the back of your head you're worried about them saying like, oh, well, I thought you said you were doing this. Well, guess what, it didn't work out that way. So what? Like, sometimes we just have to kind of maybe even keep stuff to ourselves. And I know that goes against what I'm doing right now, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to show my vision board online right now, because what if I change my mind? What if the timing actually isn't right? What if I don't get to that goal? Obviously I want it to happen, but me speaking too soon and me putting my foot in my mouth gives a lot of people the right to say, oh, I told you so, or you're a failure, or to wish negative things upon you. And maybe if you don't feel like your life is a safe space to speak about to certain people, don't speak about it to them. Sometimes we just need to keep things for ourselves and pop out when the time is actually right, and then we don't have to worry about negativity. So I think that's basically all I wanted to touch on when it comes to reflecting on 2024. What was I about to say? 2026, 2024, and what's been working for me, and how I've been able to be accountable and stay on top of my progress. And really, I think just month by month, week by week, day by day is definitely such a big help for me. And again, I'm still learning not to rush time and enjoy this month. Even though I'm really itching myself to just rush the process, but I know if I do that, it could be a setback. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't know. Someone also commented in a video, like, they say moving or living at home, yeah, it's free financially, but we pay for it through our mental health. And why did that hit so hard? Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I want my own space because I want to do all these things, and I just want to decorate it the way that I want. And I just visualize myself doing more cooking videos for you guys, and baking, and actually baking, not just throwing pre-made cookie dough in the oven, girl. Like, I want to get into my cooking era, and I just want to get into my home decor era. But I can't just fixate on trying to rush the process, because I'm missing a lot of importance in between, you know? And I always think about it because I'm a fit girl, right? So I'm like, well, you know, if you take the cheat way of like losing 10 pounds by doing a fast, when you start eating again, guess what? You're gonna gain that weight back real quick. That's the same thing with life. Like, you can't just rush things and cheat your way through it, because you might fall back into where we were before. And again, I told y'all that was kind of a fear, and I'm like, I don't want to set myself up to fail. And I also think I've been in worse situations where, like I told y'all, I never had a savings, but we're gonna have a savings, we're gonna have a cushion. Like, why are we nervous? Like, we're literally doing what we need to do so that we are set up for success. And I do think when I get to the saving stuff, like, it's gonna be so freaking easy to save money when you already have that little cushion built. I think it's harder to save when you have no savings. So for me, being that I live at home, it's obviously the easiest time for me to save, with my expenses not being as high as they will be when I add rent into the picture and utilities. I don't know. I just feel like it's just going to be easier, but I still have to stay focused and on top of things for it to be and remain easy. I can't just be like, oh, it's just going to be easier and you're not going to do the work. You still have to keep up with these habits that we're doing, and yes, it might be easier, but I don't know. I'm just blabbing on right now. I don't know where this is going, but I think I'm just speaking ahead too soon on things that aren't here yet, but as you can tell, I'm excited about the rest of these 6 months. So I hope that you guys make a vision board and you guys hone in on those goals or start fresh. And I hope you guys are proud of yourself in your journey wherever you are and what you're doing. And I hope that you feel loved and supported, and I hope that you're getting excited. I hope that you're enjoying the space that you're in right now. And even if it's bad, like, I've had to tell myself, like, just enjoy the process, because it's just gonna be worth it. Like, I just hope that you guys are doing well, and I wish you guys well, and I send you guys my love. And I know it can be hard sometimes, and I hope that you get through the hard times and feel the hard times, because I've been there too, and I'm still in that space of like getting out of that funk and stuff. Am I sweating? But I promise there is beauty on the end of the things that we want. And again, like, if it were easy, everybody would do these things that we desire, right? Like, it takes a lot. It really does take a lot of discipline and correction of bad habits. And it's just all a journey. It is all just a journey. So don't try to rush time, guys. Don't be like me.